Hi guys, is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
No audible.
some network, some power issue. Yeah, sorry about it. Okay, so if you see my screen, it is visible, right, everyone? So we need to download these two softwares as I told you. Okay, and keep it in one folder, guys. Just keep it in one folder anywhere. That's your choice. Anywhere in your machine. I suggest you to create a folder. Uh, Again, last. Yeah, I'm audible, right? I see some trouble with this internet connection and power issue. Is I'm audible? Can someone respond?
Yes, sir. We are audible.
Okay, fine. So what we need to do, guys, so we need to download these two softwares, these two zip files and keep it in one folder. That folder can be anywhere in your machine. I don't suggest to keep this on desktop. Don't copy the files on desktop. You can keep the files on somewhere in your C drive, D drive, or somewhere else. Okay, just create a folder called dump or something. See what I did, I create a folder called fmw12214 underscore dump. You can create a folder something like this and then copy your two zip files. Okay, so then this is one software we downloaded. So this part we completed. If you see, this part completed. I downloaded SOA Quick Start 12214. But this is not enough. We also need to download JDK 1.8. So I will share this link with you. If you go to the browser, you can download them. So this guy also asks you the same Oracle login. If you already logged in the browser, so then we are fine. I mean, we no need to re-log in. So we are already in the same session. So what I am trying to do, we need to download JDK 1.8, JDK 8. Okay, make sure this is JRE. In the same page, you can find JRE as well. So we don't want JRE, we want JDK. Okay, so and then where is it? Subscriber size. Okay, this is Java 8. Okay, so make sure we want to download Java 8, and under this again operating system options are there: Windows, Solaris, Mac, Linux. So we want to go to Windows. Within the Windows, again we have two options. See, we have two options of operating systems. One is 32-bit operating system and another is 64-bit operating system. I mean, we are using Windows, right? So within Windows, we have 32-bit operating systems as well as 64-bit operating system. So mostly, if it is Windows 10, if you are using Windows 10, it is mostly it is x64. I mean, 64-bit operating system. So you need to download this version. You need to download this version. Okay, 64. Okay, is I'm audible? Is I'm audible? Hello? Hello, again I lost, guys. How about it now? Is I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, guys. So this is what I mean. This is the 64-bit JDK. This JDK is compatible for 64-bit operating system. Just click on this link. It will be downloaded into your machine. Okay, so once you download it, it will be like this. So we have JDK handy. We have SOA quick start installable files available. So now we are good to start installation process. Okay, so it's a simple installation process, guys. JDK, you just double click and click next. You can install it in the default location. You can install, most probably this will be installed in your C drive. Okay, so if you can go to your C drive somewhere, you can see it in program files under the Java. You can see this way you can install the JDK. So in my machine I have several versions of JDK. Of course, your choice. You can, I mean, wherever you want to install, and If you want to install in the default location, this is the default location in every machine. C drive, program files, Java. Any questions? Any questions installing JDK? You just need to double click and run the wizard. It will be installed in the default location, and this is the default location. Okay, and then what you need to do, come back to your dump folder, the dump folder where you are maintaining all your softwares. Okay, so what you can do, this SOA quick start, you just need to download them. Sorry, it's already downloaded, right? You just need to unzip them. Okay, open with or extract file something. We can go to extract. See here, we have extract option, right? So I have a WinZip software in my machine. Okay, zip software. I mean, either zipping the file or unzipping the file. I'm using some WinZip application. There are several applications available. You can use either WinZip or you can use 7-zip. Okay, any application you can use, and you can extract the file. So what I do, I will extract here the first one I'm extracting. Okay, and also you can extract the second one. This is the second one, 1_2. Both the files I will extract. So if you extract, you can see the file something like this. If you see fmw_12140 quick start, fmw12140 SOA quick start, two jar files. We can see two jar files. Okay, let's wait until the extraction completed. It may take 5 minutes for you. So any questions? Meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask. Anyone have any question? It will take another 2 to 3 minutes, so we can utilize the time.
Is there need for installing Oracle Express Edition before or after SOA installation?
I don't understand the question. Can you please repeat it?
It is mandatory to install Oracle or Oracle software, means Oracle database software.
No. Database software is not mandatory. We are not learning database, right? So we are learning only Oracle SOA suite. Okay. So we use database for some practices, some examples. If we want to practice some scenarios, at that time we need database. Database is not mandatory to set up for Oracle SOA suite. But we want to do some examples, at that time we need database. Okay, that means I mean, in practice, why in the as part of our course we see some integrations with the database. Okay, so when we are doing that examples, that POCs, we must have a database handy with us, so at that time we need it. Any other questions? Okay, so now let the extraction completed. So meantime, what we need to do, we need to open command prompt in our machine. See, this way, just go to Windows Start button and search for command prompt, CMD. Okay, and you can see the command prompt, and we need to right click on it. We need to right click on it, and we need to run as admin. We need to select the option run as admin. This is mandatory, guys. This is mandatory. You need to open command prompt in admin mode, run as admin. So once you open this, meantime, the unzip process is in progress. Okay, I just want to open the command prompt. Okay, but we need the command prompt in admin mode, not just the command prompt. Okay, admin mode. So in the admin mode, once it is opened in admin mode, what we need to do, we need to change the path here. Okay, the path, and we need to go to the JDK folder. Suppose I want to use this JDK 1.8.261, which is installed in my machine in the previous step. So what you need to do, go to this JDK folder. Under that, you can see bin folder. Okay, copy this path. Right click and copy, and go to your command prompt. Here you need to open the folder cd and paste the path. So this is how you need to paste the path. Clear, sir? Just paste the path, enter. Now what happened? See, the current directory changed. Current directory changed to bin folder. Okay. Now, meantime, looks like, see, the unzip process got completed. Unzip process completed. I can see two jar files, SOA quickstart.jar, SOA quickstart2.jar. Okay. Now, what we need to do here, we need to run a command in this location, right? So you need to copy the path. You need to copy the path, fmw, see the full path of the first jar. Full path of the first jar you need to copy and go back to command prompt. See what I am doing, java-jar, paste the path of the SOA quick start jar. Okay, so guys, it is very important and it is mandatory. You need to open the command prompt in admin mode, and then you need to change the directory to jdk folder, jdk bin folder, and then you need to run this command. Is the font clear for you, or is it not clear? Font, are you able to see the font?
Clear, sir. Yes.
Clear, right? Okay, so it's very simple command, java minus jar, that's it. There should be one space between java minus jar. After jar also you need to have one space. Okay, so once you are ready with this command, just click enter button in your keyboard. It will take few minutes to make you to run the jar file. Okay, so then what happened, this command prompt will launch. This command prompt will launch a installer wizard. We'll see that why it is not launching. It should go to the next page, next line, not page. Okay, yeah, so the launcher, it is going to install the launch, it is going to start the installer launcher. Then there are couple of screens we need to run and we need to close the installation. It's very simple installation process, guys. Just bear with me for 5 to 10 minutes. It's a very simple installation. Okay, so for the benefit of time, what I will do, let it launch the installer. Meantime, I will give you a little more information about this SOA quick start. Okay, so we are talking about Oracle SOA quick start, correct? So, and the version is 12.2.1.4. This is the version currently we are talking about, but guys, there are so many other versions as well. SOA quick start 12.3, and I'm just talking about major versions, 12.1.3. So most usually and widely used versions. So in the recent time, maybe in the last 3 years, these are all the most used versions. Okay, and this is the most recent version of the SOA suite. So what I mean by quick start? So here I'm using a word called quick start. Earlier we have Oracle SOA 11G version. This is the previous version, okay? 11G. You can simply say 11G. Of course, 11G version also contains several minor versions. What we have in 12C, similarly, 11G also we have minor versions, 11.1.3, 11.1.4 kind of versions, okay? Anyway, now currently Oracle is supporting only one version from 11G suite, 11.19 if I'm not wrong. Okay, so 11.9, 11.19. Okay, but the other versions are not supported by Oracle anymore. They all are deprecated versions, the old versions. This is the only version. This is the only 11.19 is the only version supported by Oracle as of now. This support may be continued till next year, hopefully. In the next year, this version completely Oracle stops all their support. Okay. Anyway, so if you in the 11G version, it is server setup, and IDE. We use IDE, which is named as JDeveloper. Okay, there is an IDE called JDeveloper. You heard about other IDEs like Notepad++ is an IDE. Okay, what other IDEs? Do you know any other IDEs? Do you have an idea any other IDEs? No idea? Okay, so let me pull some IDs. Okay, see the full form, integrated development environment. I mean, it's an environment where developer has some handy features, ready-made handy features. It depends. I mean, ID is the most generic keyword, guys. It's not fixed to any one tool or technology. It's a most generic keyword, integrated development environment. That means the environment which is much convenient and comfortable for a developer. Okay, so we have multiple IDs available. Uh, what is that? I'm not able to recall the name. Why? Just give me a minute. I will show you few IDs. If you see my screen, see these are all the different IDs. I mean, it's not just SOA related, but different IDs. Eclipse is one ID. Uh, this pop-up. Okay, see these are all the different IDs we have. These are all the different IDs, Eclipse, NetBeans. These all are example of IDs. So one of the ID is JDeveloper. Okay, so we are going to work with JDeveloper for any SOA program development, OSB program development. We do by using JDeveloper. Okay, right. Anyway, let me go back to the wizard. The notepad. So we are talking about IDE, right? So earlier, this server setup and IDE setup is different in 11G version of SOA Suite. But in 12C, what they did is they provided something called quick start. This contains bunch of softwares. This contains bunch of software which is server and JDeveloper as well, and etc. There are few other things. I will talk about it more detail. But what happening here? For 11G, we have to do server setup separately and JDeveloper setup separately. But in 12C, they are calling it as quick start. So a quick start, I mean, we can start with minimum steps. With minimum steps, we can complete the installation and start our development. Okay. So for that reason, we are using quick start binary in 12C. So I will go more detail what is this quick start contains. When I said server, what I mean by server and what is that etc. Okay, I said etc, that means there is something else other than server and JDeveloper. Okay, I will show you all of them one by one. Anyway, so let's go back and see what the wizard started or not. See, in the command prompt, I run this command java -jar and I run this command. It will take 2 or 3 minutes to launch the wizard. So the wizard launched like this. Okay, and then you need to run the steps. Some very few steps we need to run in this wizard. This is the welcome screen, nothing to do here. Just go to the next screen. Once you click on the next screen, it will ask you to get the updates directly from Oracle. Of course, I don't want any updates directly from Oracle. I selected skip auto updates. Okay, and then go to next. And here it will ask you the installation where you want to install your this software. Okay, so it's your choice, guys. You can install somewhere in C drive, D drive, wherever you want. But I suggest you to install it in C drive. You can install it in C drive, and you can select some folder convention here. The folder convention must not have any white spaces. Okay, let me say I'm following this path. I'm following this path. Okay, any naming convention, guys. Okay. Um, I'm just following this convention, but see, this is standard convention of folders, standard conventions, Oracle, middleware, Oracle home. This is standard convention. Before that, you can give some random folder name. You can give some name. I'm giving SOA quickstart 12214 underscore training. Are we good? You can give any naming convention here, but make sure this part of the folder structure, you don't modify it. Just keep it as is. Okay, keep this as is, don't modify this. Okay, and then use this path. And guys, don't use white spaces. Something like, see, this is a white space. This is a white space. So whenever you want to separate two keywords, don't use white space. Instead of white space, you can use underscore. Okay, don't use white space in the folder path. So copy the path, copy the path, and I will use this here. I will use this here. What happened? This folder structure not exist in my machine, but if I run this wizard, this folder structure will be created by this wizard. Okay, click next. Let it go to the next screen. Taking time. Okay, now the next screen, it is doing the prerequisite check. There is nothing you need to do, you just click next. Okay guys, um, what it is doing, so it is doing checking the operating system and Java version. So we have a Java version, right? The Java version which we selected in the command prompt, the Java version which we selected in the command prompt, is it compatible or not? It is verifying. See here, operating system certification, good. Green color mark means good, and the Java version also good. Okay, so both are good. So then we can go to the next screen. In the next screen, it will show you the installation summary. Okay, let me go to the next screen. If you click on the next button, see, it will show you these are all the components it is going to install. See here, these many components it is installing. So there are so many components comes with this SOA quick start. SOA quick start. So I will tell you what is the SOA quick start, why we are calling it as quick start, what is the purpose. Okay, but just simply go through the list, what it contains, what are all the different components this SOA quick start contains. Okay, and if you click install button, it will take some time to install, maybe hardly 10 to 15 minutes to complete the installation. So once the installation is completed, I'm not going to do the installation now because I already have JDeveloper 12214 in my machine. Okay, so you just complete the installation, click on the install button, it will complete the installation. Nothing else we need to do. So at the end, you will get a completion pop-up. You just simply close it. Okay, simply close the final screen. I mean, this installation complete pop-up, when it is popped up, you just close it. Nothing else we need to do. Okay, done. I'm not going to do the installation here, guys. Let me close this. Let me cancel it. I will show you after installation how it looks like. Okay, in my machine, I installed it in a folder called SOA Quick Start 12214. See the path here. This is the folder I suggested for you, right? SOA Quick Start 12214 underscore training. Under the folder Oracle, let me open this. This is the folder convention I used. Open it. It is user defined, guys. Folder naming is completely user defined. You can give any name to this folder. But under this folder, you can see the internal folder structure: Oracle, middleware, Oracle home. Go to Oracle, middleware, Oracle home. So this is the format, just follow. Okay, in Oracle home folder, you can see bunch of subfolders. We'll talk about all these subfolders once we start. Okay, and then there is a folder called JDeveloper. This is important for us. If you open this JDeveloper folder, there is something called jdeveloper.exe. There is something called jdeveloper.exe. You can right click on it and open it. Just right click and open. Okay, that's very simple. So if you are running the JDeveloper for the first time, it may take 10 to 15 minutes for you to load all the features, but second time onwards it won't take that much time. Okay, so this loading process, you got the pop-up, right? So this loading process will take some time for you if it is the first time. Okay, but second onwards it will be a little faster and you don't have any trouble. So what I suggest you can create a shortcut. See, this folder is there, right? This file jdeveloper.ede. You just right click on it and create a shortcut on your desktop. Then what happened, if you go to send it to desktop, if you do this, if you click on this, what happened, a shortcut will be created on your desktop, something like this. See, a shortcut will be created on your desktop. Next time onwards, you can easily start the JDeveloper. Okay, right. So anyway, if you open the JDeveloper, you can see a JDeveloper, something like this. I will explain all the tabs and how to operate this JDeveloper. This is an IDE, integrated development environment. I shown you multiple examples in Google, right? So this is one example of IDE. So for Oracle SOA program development and OSB development, we use this JDeveloper. But JDeveloper is not only meant for SOA and OSB, guys. In JDeveloper, we can do ADF development, ADF programs, BPM programs, Java programs, PL SQL programs. So JDeveloper is not just meant for SOA or OSB. We can do many other things in JDeveloper. Just remember the point, okay? Right. So what else? This command prompt no more required. This is over and installation completed, and we are able to successfully launch our JDeveloper. Okay. If you go to the help option, help, and you can see about, and here you can see the version what you installed, Studio version 12.2.14. Okay. And you can go to the version JDK what you are using, which version of JDK you are using, and which version of JDeveloper IDE, Oracle IDE. Okay, 12.2.14. And then you can go to properties. Here in the properties, you can see the environment variables. You can see environment variables, of course, which JDK we are using. We can see that. See, in my machine, I have several JDKs, right? I shown you there are multiple JDKs available in my machine. If I go to C drive, Java, I have multiple JDKs in my machine. So, but which JDK I'm using in this JDeveloper, you can see the Java environment variable, Java home. You can see. So this is the JDK we are using, JDK 1.8. Are we good? Okay. I mean, just cross check once the installation completed. You just cross check what version of JDeveloper you installed, what version of JDK you installed, and which JDK your JDeveloper connected. Okay, just cross check all these things. It will be very simple installation process. In 11G, it's a tedious process, guys, but in 12C, it become very simple. Okay. Yeah, so these are all the steps you need to follow. These are all the steps you need to follow. And these are the links I will share with you in the email. Or I will do one thing, I will post it in the comments. Can everybody take a copy of it? Otherwise, I will send it in the email. Anything is fine. Okay. Yeah, that's it about the installation process. Tomorrow we'll see the first example. We'll see the infrastructure. We'll discuss about the infrastructure of SOA suite and the quick start, and we'll start our first example. So do you have any questions for me? Let me stop the recording.